Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see by this title, I'm going to be distressing a jean skirt that I got from Goodwill. This skirt was super cheap. It was like $2 and something. I'm so excited about how it turned out. So in the video, you guys are going to see how I did everything. At first, the skirt was super long, but I cut it, I distressed it. I showed you guys how I cut it, where I marked it, how I took out the jean fabric and all of that stuff. And y'all, like I said, it looks cute. So make sure you stay till the end. Make sure you like the video, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. And if you guys like this type of videos, just let me know. And just stay tuned if you want to see how the skirt turned out. Alright guys, so this is how the skirt looks right now. As you guys can see, it's ugly. I look like a grandma. So this is how it looks now. This is the back. And we're gonna cut it, we're gonna rip it, and you guys are gonna see the transformation. Okay, so you guys are not really gonna be able to see me while I'm cutting the skirt, but that's not really the most important part. So I'm just gonna turn over the skirt, and I'm gonna have this little slit here, has this long slit. I'm just gonna kind of have this guide me. At first I was gonna Sharpie it and see the length that I wanted, but I think that this would be better. So let me just get my scissors. So this is where the end of the slit starts. I don't know if you guys can see that. It stops right here, it starts right here. And then I'm just gonna do like 2 inches below, just so that I have a little bit of wiggle room in case anything goes wrong, because you know, I'm not trying to have my booty out. So I'm just gonna start cutting right here. So just like, yeah, like 2 inches below the start of the slit. Now I'm done cutting the skirt. You can just get rid of this fabric, and then now it just has a little bit of the slit right here, so it'll still be cute. Okay, and I'm just gonna flip back over the skirt, and then I'm gonna see where exactly it is that I want to make these slits. Okay, so I think I'm gonna focus a lot of the slits here at the bottom, because I feel like up here it's gonna show just a little too much thigh. So I'm gonna start some slits here. And here I'm going to use a Sharpie to draw where I want to have it, and then I'm just going to start cutting, and with the tweezers that I have, I'm going to fray it. So really the only things that we're going to need is some scissors, some tweezers, and then if you want to be exact with where you want to cut, then you can use a Sharpie. So with the Sharpie that I have, I'm just going to start drawing some slits. So then here, if you guys can see, I just have it drawn here. Maybe do another one down here. And then I'm also going to do a little cut in the pocket. But then when I'm cutting this, I want to be careful with this one, because I want to make sure I don't actually cut the pocket. And I'm going to do another one here on this side, a little higher up, closer to the pocket. And this doesn't have to be super exact, because either way I'm going to cut it. So I'm just going to start with these 6 slits that I'm going to do, and then we're going to go from there and see how it looks. So then first I'm just going to cut all the slits, and then later on I'm going to go through with the threading. Okay, so here's the skirt all cut. Since I was basically just doing the same thing on the other side, I didn't show you guys. But now we're just going to go through and we're going to start to take out the blue jean material so that you can see the threads. So now that I have the skirt, I'm basically just going to use the tweezers that I have. And I'm just going to start to loosen up the material, because right now it's going to be pretty stiff, so it's going to be hard to take out the denim material. But I'm just going to use my scissors and use my tweezers to try and loosen up the material, and then I'm going to pick at it. So I'm just going to zoom you guys in a little closer so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So first, I'm going to take the scissors, and I'm just going to kind of just start to cut on top of it, just to loosen it up. So there's not really any specific way to do this. I just want to start to pick at the blue jean material so that when I get my tweezers, it's a lot easier to take it out. So now, as you guys can see, some of the white threading is starting to come unloose. Not sure if you guys can see that clearly. But I'm just going to take my tweezers and I'm going to start to pick away at the denim. So I'm just using the tweezers and I'm grabbing the blue threads and I'm just pulling them out. This is really the most time consuming part. So just with the tweezers, I'm just taking out the blue jean material, and then I can start to see some of the white. I mean, on this jeans, it's kind of more like a light blue, but the blue thread that's underneath. So then basically, just depending on, sometimes when you have ripped jeans, like some of this threading is broken. So just depending on if you want it to be like, if you want it to show completely across, or if you want this part to be broken, that's how careful you're gonna have to be when you're picking it apart. Because some of them are starting to rip now, but I actually want it to have all of the little threads still there when I put on the skirt. You guys will be able to see it more clearly when I'm done. But so I finished this right here. For this next one that's down here, I'm not gonna take out all of the threading. I'm just gonna do the middle, and then when I throw it in the washer, this part is kind of gonna start to bunch up and you're still gonna be able to see some of the extra threading. So this rip here is just gonna be a little different. So basically, I'm just gonna be doing this part in the middle, and it's gonna be the same thing I was doing previously. I'm just gonna get the scissors, I'm gonna run it over the middle part, and then I'm going to grab the tweezers and I'm just gonna start to pick at the denim. But like I said, I'm only going to be doing the middle part. So I'm just going to start here, and when I'm done, I'll just fast forward so you guys can see how it looks at the end. So then here in the pocket, I'm about to start distressing this, but I wanted the rips here to be a little more dramatic, but I wanted it in this pocket area just to make sure, you know, that it's not showing my whole thigh, because since we're going to throw this in the washer, later on as time goes by, the rips are going to get a little more bigger. And I still don't want it to show a whole bunch of skin, so I'm going to add this more dramatic and deeper cut here in the pocket area. So I'm just going to grab my Sharpie, and I'm going to add another line here, and then a bigger one over here, so that I'm gonna rip it here, and then it's going to like keep going. So it's going to kind of be a pattern. So once I actually rip it and cut it and everything, you guys will be able to see how it looks. So I'm just going to grab my scissors again, and I'm just going to start to loosen the fabric here at the top in my initial cut, and then I'm also going to add it here and then here as well. So I'm just going to start with the top rip, and I'm just going to take out the fabric, and then as I go on, I'll show you guys more. So at this point, I'm just grabbing my scissors and I'm starting to fray the bottom of the skirt. So I'm just getting my scissors and I'm just running it across the bottom of the skirt, and then at the end when I throw it in the wash, it'll have a whole bunch of little threads that will be at the bottom of the skirt. So then now here I'm just starting to add a little more detail to the skirt. So I'm cutting out a little part of the rim of the pocket just so that when I throw it in the wash, it's going to look a little bit frayed. And then here again, I'm just about to grab my scissors and just run it across the pocket so that it can have some more threads become loose once I put it in the washer. Alright guys, so this is the final product of the skirt. Here you can see the rip that I had done in the pocket. See the rips that were over here and down here. As you guys can see in the video, I just got my scissors, and at the bottom of the skirt, I just kind of frayed the bottom so that all of these parts would come loose. It's not super distressed right now, but I feel like the more times that I wash it, the more it's going to get distressed. But yeah, this is the final look.